It took years after Maine voters approved the sale of recreational marijuana for the first stores to open, but now that they are here, business is booming. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brian Yacono.
And I'm Amanda Hill. New state figures show sales of cannabis are nearly double what they were from a year ago, setting a new record. And as News Center Maine's Sean Stackhouse shows us, the amount that Mainers are spending on legal pot shows no sign of slowing down.
From flower to gummies to pre-rolls, sales keep pouring in at recreational cannabis dispensaries like Mystique of Maine on Forest Ave in Portland.
Sales have doubled in the past year.
Katie Webb is a co-manager at this adult use shop. She's seen a massive growth in sales over the past year, and so have other stores across the state.
So hopefully just like stigmas keep breaking down, but I think it is nice and accessible for people to come in and just be able to actually ask questions and get honest answers.
According to the state, there were nearly 2.5 million transactions for recreational pot sales in 2022. All of that business adding up to nearly $159 million in sales, nearly doubling all of the year prior.
There is a real appetite for Mainers to participate in the legal system.
John Hudak is the new director of the Maine Office of Cannabis Policy. He says as more towns opt in to adult use cannabis and adopt regulations, Maine's pot industry is expected to continue to grow for several more years.
There is a transition happening from people who traditionally purchased from the illicit market to coming into the new legal market that's, in the daylight.
And as more shops open, creating a more competitive market, prices have dropped steeply.
Has made it so that legal cannabis is not just affordable to customers, but it is affordable by comparison to the illicit market.
Helping bring in more customers to shops like Fire on 4 in Portland's Old Port.
Hopefully, we can continue to grow as collectively as a community and thrive as a whole. So it's good for the state of Maine if business is good for everybody.
Growth that the State Office of Cannabis Policy doesn't expect to stop seeing for several more years.
Both in terms of sales, in terms of tax revenue, will continue to accelerate. And I don't expect a leveling off happening until really the mid to latter part of this decade.
Sean Stackhouse, News Center, Maine.
According to state data, there are 112 adult use dispensaries with an active license in Maine. There are also 87 licensed cultivation facilities and 57 licensed manufacturing facilities.